Welcome. You're viewing the video version of the Pirls Stock Market Commentary for December 27th, 2015. Market breadth. With this past week's market advance, our bull-bear point and figure ratio at 0.70 rose from 0.48 last week, but remains in bearish territory. The total count of securities in bullish or bearish patterns fell 6% to 2,922. The count of bearish stocks decreased 18%, while the count of stocks in bullish patterns increased 20%. The Pirls PNF Market Breadth Summary Chart shows us a market now 29 consecutive weeks in bearish territory. Paid subscribers have access to the OpenOffice Calc data from which the chart is generated. You may become a paid subscriber by visiting s2pmarketsignal.com, clicking Membership, clicking Register, and following the prompts. To subscribe free of charge to the Pirls Stock Market Commentary via email, simply enter your email address in the provided space. The well-known market breadth indicator, the Nasdaq McClellan Summation Index, rose 57 points for the 11th advance in 17 weeks. At a negative 251.50 points, it continues below all 7 tops above plus 100, continues below the February 2015 low, and continues above all 4 remaining bottoms below minus 100 in the last 3 years. Volume analysis. In this week's volume analysis, the Nasdaq Composite Index ended in neither accumulation nor distribution mode, with average daily volume lower than the prior week. In the last 2 weeks, the Nasdaq had 2 accumulation days and 1 distribution day. Accumulation days are counted when the index closes up on higher volume than the prior market day, while distribution days occur when the index closes down on volume higher than the prior market day. Last week, the Nasdaq ended in distribution mode on higher average daily volume. Momentum. At Thursday, 12:17 close, the CCI 20 daily formed a zero-line reject short entry signal for Friday 12:18 open. At Tuesday 12:22, the CCI 20 daily rose above minus 100, so we exit the trade at Wednesday 12:23 open. The result of this trade simulation was a loss of 42.97 points on the Nasdaq Composite, or 71 cents per share of QQQ. In Woody's CCI trading system, 6 consecutive bars above or below 0 are required for a change of trend. The weekly CCI 20 of the Nasdaq Composite Index began a Woody's uptrend 4 weeks ago, while the daily CCI 20 began a Woody's down 1 week ago. The CCI 20 weekly, at a positive 48.81, rose from positive 20.91 last week, forming a zero-line reject long entry signal within the plus or minus 50 range. We will continue to follow this trade simulation in next week's commentary. Industry rotation the last 2 weeks. All of the top industries are positive, and only one of the bottom industries is negative. Bullish REITs continues in the top 5. Gold and silver has entered the bottom 5. Brokers has left the bottom 5. Bearish computer hardware continues in and now leads the bottom 5. Disk drives has re-entered the bottom 5. Comp Tech has entered the bottom 5. Oil has entered the top 5. S&P Retail has left the top 5. Focus this week from Charles Hugh Smith of www.of2mindsblog.com. If we don't change the way money is created and distributed, we change nothing. Some key points from the article are as follow. The only real solution, in my view, is to create and distribute money at the base of the pyramid rather than to those in the top of the pyramid. Many well-intended people want to reform the status quo for all sorts of worthy reasons. Few are willing to admit that the way we create and distribute money at the top of the wealth pyramid necessarily generates increasing wealth inequality. In the current system, money is created by central and private banks at the top of the wealth power pyramid and distributed within the top of the wealth pyramid. Since the wealthy already own most of the income-producing assets, the easiest way to boost their wealth is to bid up those assets with cheaply borrowed money. The system of central banks, private banks, and fractional reserve lending is global. The net result is that globally, the vast majority of wealth is owned and controlled by those at the very apex of the wealth power pyramid. The top 8% own 85% of global wealth. In the U.S., the wealth income pyramid can be represented by an inverted pyramid. The bulk of wealth and income are in the hands of the top 5%. The bottom 80% own an essentially trivial percentage of the national wealth. Charles Hugh Smith writes, "The only real solution, in my view, is create and distribute money at the base of the pyramid to those generating useful goods and services in the community economy, rather than to those in the top of the pyramid. This money isn't borrowed into existence, so there is no interest to be skimmed by its creation. I explain how this works in my new book, A Radically Beneficial World: Automation, Technology, and Creating Jobs for All. The future belongs to work that is meaningful." Thank you for tuning in for this week's Sand to Pearls Stock Market Commentary video featuring the proprietary Bull Bear Point and Figure Market Breadth Summary Chart compiled by Donald Pearl, www.s2pmarketsignal.com. Hoping that you had a delightful Christmas holiday, that you are enjoying a peaceful and pleasant weekend, and that you will be celebrating a Happy New Year and experiencing a delightful 2016. And, as always, we wish you true success.